Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to the darkness. Another day, another warm up. Post Unreal Bjorn 2. It's good stuff. Today is a shitty day. It's been raining all day, all morning, all night. Cat is sick. Just everything. Uphill battle. It is what it is. Oh yeah. Good morning, Asgi. Oh, you got your number 9. The powerful, powerful number 9. Oh yeah, look at that. How's it going? So today I was thinking, hey Fernandez, how's it going? Today I was thinking we could do random topics. So if you have any suggestions on what to do, let's do it. Ideally, I would like to continue on the dark fantasy theme. So whatever suggestion you do write, please kind of have it in the fantasy genre, whatever it is within there. You know, you can make a character up or whatever. But I'm gonna try to keep feeding the dark fantasy lineup. You all mostly probably know what I'm talking about, but if in case you don't, I'll just make double sure it's in the lines of these. Like my description is a series of sketches that I do for fun to practice design and testing out ideas on the subject of a bit harder fantasy, less camp men in tights type style. So it's a little bit dirtier and grittier fantasy, a little bit scarier and so on. So whatever you suggest, I will try to put it in that art direction. If you so may. Soul Archer. Oh, it's afternoon over there? That's cool. Hey, little Rib, how's it going? Medieval Spider-Man Venom. That's pretty cool. That could be an interesting solution. Soul Archer, also very cool. Hey, little Rib. Good morning. So, again, I was asking for topics. We got Soul Archer and Medieval Spider-Man / Venom. That's pretty cool. We are on topic 211. Oh, look at me not updating the topic at the bottom of the screen. 211. Hey Zelin, how's it going? Battlefield Body Part Collector. That's pretty cool. We have Soul Archer, Medieval Spider-Man Venom, Battlefield Body Part Collector, Tunnel Stalker. Oof, I want to know what a Tunnel Stalker is. That's amazing. All right, the time is 10 past. Dice roll. No, always type that. If I type dice, no, then it comes dice roller. Roll dice. Oh, there we go. Then you get that one. So as per usual, not that one, but next one, and it's number 5. Do we have a number 5, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4? There is no number 5. Oh no! Tunnel Stalker it is. I get to choose, and I choose Tunnel Stalker. Zealin was the closest to win. Alright. Tunnel Stalker, here we go. So, one picture I had, which wasn't clear, but it was a circular tunnel, and it was suspended in the tunnel like that kinda, but it was not a spider, but kind of a human. And in my mind, the sense of what that character was like a zombie. So that's what my initial reaction was to Tunnel Stalker, a sort of if you ever anyone ever played Dead Space, it's a horror game with sci-fi horror game where the humans, they get a virus and they transform into these horrendous creations, right? You see, they get all messed up. That's kind of where my mind went, sort of, to try to explain how I saw. I'm gonna put this Tunnel Stalker to look like. So it's, the picture I had was that it's like it's been in water, and it's you know how I don't know if you do know, but what a dead fish looks like when it's been in water, it becomes this kind of very extremely porous. It gets this very porous quality to it, or maybe not porous, but extremely soft and flaky and full of water, and there's no strength in the meat anymore. And that's kind of how I saw this Tunnel Stalker, how it was kind of hanging and being pale and fluffy in that way that dead fish meat that's been in water looks like. You know, like if you would touch it, it would almost fall apart. And combined with those Dead Space creatures, that's where my mind went when I tried to visualize Tunnel Stalker, that it's some sort of I guess you could say it's a spider of sorts, because in my mind spiders stalk, but as it's zombie-like, it's some sort of mutation, aberration, infected thing. I have a question for those who are here. What's your thought? Hey, Weeping Jay, how's it going? What's your thoughts on what if we try to add a little bit of structure to the streams? My thoughts being, what if we do structure in the following way? What if there is two ways of you guys affecting the stream? Number one being, like we do now, you guys write topics, but we do it preemptively, so people can send in, we do a form of sorts. people can send in their topics, and maybe we do 100 topics. Hey, Dunder Daniel, you're Swedish. Hey, Balls, how's it going? So, like I said, we do maybe 100 topics, slots for topics, and you guys and girls send in suggestions on these topics in a massive Google form. You just submit, right? And I will collect all the results and assign. What if we do it so that we assign 100 episodes in advance what we're gonna draw? Hey, Fight Milk, how's it going? What up? So, for example, we already know that season 5, 1 to 100 will be episode 1 will be jellyfish. Episode 2, season 5 will be Android dreams, whatever. And so we get a massive list of already assigned topics, so we know what the drawing is going to be about. So we don't need to, in a way, have this dice roll every morning. Is that what if we have a massive suggestion of topics, as many as you want? We then randomize that list, and that's the order of, and that becomes like a set order. So we know, oh, tomorrow we're going to draw a dragon, and so on. What do you think? Would that be an interesting way to switch up the stream? Would that be a more fascinating way of interaction? And a second layer to that, Lurib. Yeah, exactly. That's one thing. So that was the second thing I was going to mention is that, okay, what if we don't do that? Zealin. True, but I wouldn't look at the list. But my thoughts about that would be more in the lines of interaction, so you know what's coming, so you know that, oh, my topic is on Tuesday, or just an idea of how potentially we could switch it up. Or so the second idea was, what if it's not on Weeping Jay? Just to add, that would be on a form, like a URL. You can go to the URL form and just type the word, and the word will be randomized in the list. True, Zealin. Yeah, maybe. Atsuki, you already have a list. That's pretty good. So the second idea I'm trying to get to was, secondly, is suggestions of topics to talk about. So instead of we have a list of topics that they would still be done the same way like we do every morning. Like I call out for suggestions, and I draw something based on your suggestions. We could still do that dynamically every morning, right? It doesn't really slow down the stream, as I'm asking in advance, in terms of like, what should I draw today, before it's 10 past. So when it's 10 past, I generally try to start drawing. So it's not really delay, it's just I start a bit earlier. anyway, so the difference would be, in this case, the second idea would be that still the same form principle. You still submit, but it would be on the topic of what would you like to draw or me to talk about, like fundamentals, color theory. You know, so it's like, oh, it's maybe we can do that every Friday. It's like chat topic of the chat is Friday. So every Friday I take a suggestion from the list to maybe break down or discuss or do more of maybe like a lesson. I don't know. Hey Miguel, how's it going? What up? That would be another idea, you know, potentially making the stream a little bit more interesting. Oh yeah, VIP Iglesias. He is number 3, third place winner of Unreal Bjorn 2 2019. Baseballs. Yeah, so at least that was some thinkings I was doing about possible interesting changes to the stream, the potential of it at least. I mean, in that way, if you have anything that you wonder about, best case scenario, you would have it answered on Friday. Rip. Rip. You don't think I'm hyped? Yeah, granted, today maybe I'm a little bit fed up with things. Hey, Cosmoverse, how's it going? Welcome back. Cosmoverse. Oh yeah, that reminds me that I need to make a form about Unreal Bjorn 2. That's right. Oh man, so much to do. I thought I was in the clear, like, oh, vacation time. But nope, I gotta do more for Unreal Bjorn. I want to know what you thought, your feedback. How was this? How was that? Any changes? Maybe I don't need to make a form. Maybe you can just shout it. You suck. Go home. Lurib. No, I mean, I was just joking, obviously. But what I mean is, I mean, this stream isn't for me. I mentioned this before. This stream is for you guys. That's, I mean, yeah, granted, I'm having fun doing the stream, or I'm having fun doing daily sketching. But I mean, I would do the daily sketching regardless if it wasn't on stream or not. So I was just thinking, you know, you guys are the people, guys and girls, are the ones showing up. So I just thought, you know what? I've always been doing this. I always think about you, what you would like, rather than what I would like. I mean, I will always find fun in it, you know. Fernandez, what I think about storming the Area 51. I think if people would have stormed Area 51, there would be a lot of people dead or in jail. I think it's good that they didn't storm Area 51 because that's a sure way to get arrested. And when it's about military, you know they're gonna put the hammer down because it's the security of a country. It's not like a business or private person. It's the integrity of a country. So they would prosecute to the end. Hey, Captain Boss. Well, enjoy. You're a dad for us. All right, man. I'm old dad. I'm old dad Bjorn, the crazy guy on the porch, ranting about shit. Lurid. Yeah, exactly. I mean that's the point. That's why I was thinking, maybe we could have a list of things you would like to hear about. I mean, okay, let's put it like this. I've been doing this for 4 years now of daily streams. I've touched on so many subjects. I've talked about so many things for half an hour every day for 4 years. I'm getting to a point where, there's a lot of topics I haven't touched on purpose. Be it political or, I try not to talk about politics and things like that, because that's not really the stream is not really a place for that, But I'm starting to not really struggle, but I could always go back to a same topic more than once. That's not a problem either. But like I said, I've been doing it for 4 years now. And on the topics, I have, for these all 4 years, every day, I have set the topic of discussion, right? I want to talk about this today. I want to talk about that today. And so I thought maybe we can switch it up by having you guys decide on what I should talk about. But maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe we don't need to do that. I'm just saying, 4 years now. Captain Boast, yeah. That's a bit weird. Any rate, welcome. Good morning. Art challenges would be fun to watch. Traditional warm-ups. What do you mean, Lurid? Oh, traditional warm-ups as in like circle, 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 line, 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 diagonal, diagonal, pyramid, pyramid. Or what do you mean? Let's see. Miguel, my thoughts on the new James Bond? Oh, dude, listen, it's stupid. Personally, I find it stupid. I know a lot of people like, oh, I don't mind. It can be a female James Bond. But for me, it's a named character created on purpose to be like a man. an Englishman, right? A secret spy. What the books were set in the 70s or 60s? I don't mind like the idea of a like on paper, if you would look at it like a secret spy that's a black woman. No problem whatsoever. Go for it. But James Bond is a guy, a white guy. It's like there. I posted this clip on Facebook about from a year ago. This guy, this kind of meme maker or funny sitcom YouTuber type person, who had made about when Idris Ilba was discussing on the topic of him being the next James Bond, and he was like, "Oh, how about a white what's it, that black detective? Flash? No, Flash? No, I don't remember what this cool guy, black guy detective in America. Whatever, the name eludes me. Or he said like a Mexican Harry Potter or a Chinese Terminator. It's like when something is created specifically, why change it up so much that it's not that anymore? I don't mind. Like I would come up with a new character or an addition, or have James Bond be replaced with whoever. But I mean, in this instance, yeah, they're going around. They're bending the fact about this black woman is actually not James Bond. She's just taking the name James Bond or 007, and not actually is James Bond. But she will be James Bond 007 after the current James Bond gives up or whatever. So it's like, oh yeah, sure. You're not saying it is James Bond, but it is James Bond, but it's not James Bond. I don't know. For me, it's a bit stupid. Just come up with a great female super spy instead of taking a great male, not super spy. Super spy. Yeah, I said super spy. It's like whatever. Who were joking. Someone wrote on that post on my wall, said, "Oh, I can't wait for Will Smith to play Wonder Woman." And I found that so funny. I was like, yeah, that's spot on. Will Smith playing Wonder Woman. Angelina Jolie in Salt, yeah, absolutely. I think Salt was pretty cool. Also, um, Atomic Blonde, that was pretty cool. I liked Atomic Blonde. It was a cool movie. Miguel. Well, yeah, I mean, that comment for me was so spot on. Like Will Smith as Wonder Woman. That's exactly what's happening with James Bond. Like the absurdity of changing something up so much just for the sake of inclusivity. Like for me taking James Bond and changing James Bond to something that's not originally the idea is ruining the character. Like I said, I would rather see a completely new superhero or super spy. I'd love to see a really cool black female super spy movie. But like whatever they're doing, they're destroying the brand James Bond. You know, Just leave it. If you guys are having a hard time coming up with a cool continuation of James Bond, kill James Bond. You know, why dilute the quality of the brand by changing the brand altogether? It's like Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Oh, by the way, we are still Ben and Jerry ice creams company, but we're making a car. And everyone's like, it's a great car, but ice cream? Granted, the difference between ice cream and car is way larger than a male to female swap character, mind you. It's not that extreme. But the point being is that they're changing away from what the original is, you know. I'd rather see, like I said, a really cool black female super spy movie instead of forcing it and diluting what's already been established and confusing everyone and putting a bad light onto the James Bond brand, or having a difference in opinion, and then, you know, it's like, it's so unnecessary on many different, like, why care so much about the character? Fine, granted, it doesn't really matter, but who cares? It's a movie, you know, so it doesn't really, it's not like I'm losing any sleep that the next James Bond is a black woman. But if I'm going to have an opinion on it, it would be more of why changing the brand so much. Atsuki, yeah. I mean, that's the point. Like, why just not make a new mermaid movie with a black mermaid and making it great and having that as some sort of childhood standard? I don't see any problem with that. But it's like those people who, you know, those suck up people who kind of cling on to already famous people, and they associate themselves with those famous people, and by default thinking that they've made it, and they're like, hey, yeah, look, now I'm also popular because you are popular, and I'm your friend or whatever, you know. It's the same kind of idea. It's like they have not done the work, they have not established themselves by any means, they haven't earned the right to be famous in that sense by hard work and great quality and so on. It's the same principle, like latching on to an established IP just because the IP is famous, and then changing it, or like, hey, what about me too? Like, look, I'm buddy with this famous person. I'm also important. It's like, you become famous. You go and do what this famous person have done. Hard work, skill, timing, all these things. Go do it. Don't just piggyback, you know? It's the same, for me, it's the same kind of thinking. Like, right, make a really great Black Mermaid movie. Go. I can't wait to see it, you know? But then by saying, you know, latching on to Little Mermaid is like, why? It's already hard. It's already done all the work. And why remove from what's made it to what it is, you know? At least that's my thoughts. Fight milk. Yeah, who cares about? But maybe then it's time to let it die. Maybe then come up with a better idea and make money out of that one instead of like dragging it through the dirt, like last little bit of juice, like squish, like I need every little drop out of this dead carcass. Okay, let's add a bit of color to this, and then I need to be done. It's pretty cool. I kind of like that sick tone. Yeah, red's better. So, tunnel stalker. Interesting. I don't know what a tunnel stalker is, but this is it in my mind. I think I will actually finish this. This is it's a cool idea. Could definitely be a D&D type thing. Fight milk, yeah, exactly. It's like what's the saying? Squeezing blood out of a stone. Is that the saying in English? Or squeezing water out of a stone? Yeah, water out of a stone. Like I don't know. I need to. I wanna switch the colors up. I wanted that sick fish feel, and I feel like I'm not really getting it. A bit more contrast definitely helps. Oh, maybe like that. Fernandez, that's true. It does look like the barrel of the James Bond logo. Yeah. Fernandez, yeah, exactly. Goldfinger, and then James Bond turns around, he shoots, and then the blood comes down. You never heard squeezing water out of a stone? Maybe that's a Swedish saying. I don't know. I thought that was an English saying. Let's find someone to raid. What's Warmup doing? Oh, it's a bit noisy. Modeling. Oh, he's starting a new. SK Moondog is starting a new ink drawing. Let's raid him. So we're going to raid Moondog. I'm going to do the outro, and after the outro, take us there. So don't go anywhere. See you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good night. Have a great day. If you're in this part of the world. Yeah. Have a good one.